Hello, everyone. My name is Jacob Bonus. I'm the treasurer of Lambda Chi Alpha.
I'm Andrew Bordy. I'm the current vice president of Lambda Chi.
I am Hunter Rouse, and I'm the recruitment chair for Lambda Chi.
I'm Carlson Worcester, normally CF, and I am our infractions chair, our high gamma, and executive board member.
All right, and we are Lambda Chi Alpha. So I'll go over a little, this is your slides, Hunter, sorry.
So I'm going to go over some history of Lambda Chi Alpha and the purpose. So Lambda Chi Alpha is one of the largest men's fraternities in North America, over 185 chapters, 12,500 active members, and more than 300,000 alumni. It was founded by Warren A. Cole in 1909 with the purpose of bringing about the association of college students of good moral character, promoting honorable friendships, and establishing brotherly love, mutual aid, close personal connection between alumni, undergrads, and colleagues. And that's kind of just what Lambda Chi is, and like what we strive to do is kind of just always make sure that you're, being a brother to other brothers, even if you're alumni or you're undergrad or whatever you are. Like we're all like brothers to each other, which is nice. And then we can go on to the next slide. Lambda Chi Alpha is, so when you join our house, you become an associate member instead of a pledge, which associate members have. They can hold like any positions in the house. They get to vote on anything that the chapter like is voting on, and they have full rights, everything. And like also something that's nice about being like an associate member and stuff like that is that there's like no hazing at all. Like we don't tolerate that at all. So it's really nice to, come to somewhere like different, because you're moving out of state or whatever. And like it's really nice to be able to have like people you can rely on and stuff like that to help you through your first year or two of school, just until you can get like, you're like get all set up for school. Oh, and then our education process is like it's a 6-week process that happens every Sunday night, and then initiation is 1 week after education process.
And so I'll go ahead and explain a little bit more about what we do in our education process and initiation. So you, as an associate member, we initiate within the first semester. And each of our educations go over these core values that you see here on the screen. The first one is loyalty, which means faithfulness and devotion to a group or cause. Then we have duty, respect, service and stewardship, honor, integrity, and personal courage. And we try to incorporate these values in our everyday life. We'll take each Sunday to kind of explain what this value means to us, how we can show it on campus, how it molds us to be a better member of Lambda Chi Alpha, and we'll do a little activity with each one at the end of the day. So they're about an hour long each Sunday. It's kind of a great opportunity for the brothers to get together and kind of share some more thoughtful things about what it means to be a man, and especially one of a fraternity. And so moving on from initiation and education, we have our scholarship and academics. Here at Lambda Chi, we value first and foremost our grades and our academics, since we are here as students before we are as social men on campus. And our goal is to be excelling or one of the best academically on campus. So we have a endowment fund that's worth over $2 million to reward our hardworking members each semester. So from every semester, if you have a 3.0 incoming GPA, 3.0 in the fall, spring, whatever, 3.0 average GPA through college, you'll receive up to $2,000 a semester in scholarships, and that can go directly in your pocket. It could go towards paying for housing, school, tuition, and all that stuff. So a lot of our guys will either, treat themselves to something for a good semester, or they'll use it to prepare for their next semester. So it's really a awesome thing that we have special to our fraternity, and that we are the most well-endowed chapter on campus. We have the best scholarship programs that we offer to our members. And along with that Hoyt Stevenson scholarship that's up to 2,000, we have awards for leadership, being an engineering or business student. So there's a lot of different colleges intertwined that are little smaller scholarships that go off that endowment. So our chapter received a 3.13 spring GPA last year, which put us in the top 8 for fraternities. We're looking to get up to top 5, hopefully, and our cumulative is actually in the top 5, so it is a 3.03 GPA. And that kind of goes to show that each semester our guys are doing 3.0 at the bare minimum, or trying to do a lot better than that. So any questions on our scholarships or any of the information there? Okay, well, I'll go ahead and hand it over to Andrew and he'll go discuss philanthropy.
Yeah, so I used to be the philanthropy chair, so I know quite a bit about this. Our main philanthropy goes towards Feeding America, which is a great cause and saves lots of lives. In 2013, or since 2013, we've helped provide close to 20 million meals, which is absolutely amazing. Normally we do a event called either watermelon bash or pumpkin bash, kind of depending on the time of year, where all the sororities come over and we raise lots of money, smash watermelons or pumpkins or whatever the thing is. But last year, since we weren't allowed to do watermelon bash or anything like that, we put on a community food drive and raised over 900 pounds of food for the community. So it's a great way to just give back to the community and really just feel good about yourself. For 2018, which is crazy to think was 3 years ago, we were the homecoming champions. So I think that's pretty damn cool. Go ahead and hit next, Jacob. For fun, there's a lot of stuff we do for fun. We kind of pride ourselves on being the more outdoors house. We after Rush this year, we're going on a house-wide rafting trip down on the Lower Salmon. We did it last year and it was a ton of fun, and it kind of just brings our whole house together. Even if you're not super great at rafting, there's lots of people that'll show you how to do it, and overall it's a great time to bond with brothers. We also do an annual ski trip. I think this year we're going up to Canada. There's a bunch of us going already. We got a huge Airbnb that we're going to stay at for President's Day weekend, and we most of us have ski passes, either Schweitzer or Lookout or wherever, and people borrow each other's passes, and it's definitely a ton of fun. For brotherhoods, we do a lot of different sports activities such as 3v3 basketball, Madden, 2K. We try to be outdoors as much as we can. We have a volleyball court in our yard, which is pretty amazing. A lot of fun for socials, and we always try to do as many intramurals as possible. We won the kickball intramural tournament last year, which was a ton of fun. And we always play basketball and flag football and all that kind of stuff. And unlike a lot of other fraternities, our fraternity is fully wet. We have gained this privilege for having good grades, and it can be taken away very easily, which we have proved that with good grades that we can have fun as well. So, Jacob.
I'll go ahead and hand it over to CF, who discuss finances.
Alrighty, so every semester it is $33.50 for rent, and 5 days a week you get meals during the week. Obviously, we have lunch and dinner. There's also breakfast items there that you can make at your leisure. And we are the only house that has an open kitchen, so you can actually cook on weekends or on a weeknight. So that's really convenient. That also includes utilities in the rent and internet, everything like that, and all your membership dues. So that cost is overall covers everything. And new member dues are $200, which is just for your initiation stuff. And then we are really lucky that we have our own private parking lot, and it's only $50 a pass instead of the parking elsewhere, which is like upwards of $200. So that's super awesome. And then we have flexible financing, so you can pay throughout the semester. You just got to talk to Jacob right there, and he'll get you all set up if you need to do that. And of course, that $2,000 scholarship is what most of us use to get our rent down and our chapter dues. So then it's really going to be $1,350 if you just maintain pretty good grades. And yeah, so we're one of the most affordable for sure. You want to go on to the next slide. And the brothers you make are forever. It is awesome to have a family and kind of like your team. I don't, if you played sports growing up, it's super nice to kind of have a team to fall back on, and we're all there for the same reason, for school and for each other. So that's helped me out with so many things. You would not realize the little stuff that you don't know going in. And we try to maintain that. We hang out in the summers. We're always around, and it's a really great bond that we build in the house.
There's also something else that's really cool about like Greek life, or like just going Greek in general, is a lot like around different like universities that have like the same chapter that you have, or like that you're in. You can talk to them and like get connections and like go meet them and see what it is to like what they do like different to your chapter and stuff like that, which is really awesome to be able to do.
Yeah, and the Lambda Chi at Wazoo is absolutely massive and quite insane. So it's super fun to be able to have that huge community base to fall back on.
All right, so thank you all for bearing with us through that entire presentation. Now would be a time for any questions if you have those at this moment. Here's just an open discussion panel on anything you might be thinking before rush. So go ahead. Any questions about finances or?
There's one in the chat.
Oh, sorry, didn't see that.
Yeah, so the rooming situation, we have a sleeping porch, but also we just have bunch of rooms on either floor, and you just choose who you want to live with. Or if you want to have a single room, we also have that available, which is pretty unique.
Yeah, and it's not mandatory for any freshman to sleep on the porch. You can sleep, it's your choice if you want to sleep in your room or not, which is really nice to have. Especially, I had a roommate, and so it was nice because I just set up a bed on the porch. And so when like he was gone, I could sleep in the room or I could sleep on the porch if he was there, which was really nice to have.
A lot of guys will get really creative with how their rooms are set up too. You can fully customize it and build whatever you want in there as long as you can pay for it. So.
And so the sleeping porch, it's basically just a room on our like the third floor. It's just a big open room with a bunch of bunk beds. So it's just kind of like a sleeping area where all the members, like if you have roommates or if you just want like somewhere that's more quiet, because usually sometimes it can be loud. Someone's room could be loud and stuff like that. So it's kind of just like a quiet place, and it's just a big open room with a bunch of bunk beds in it.
Yeah, and most fraternities will have the sleeping porch where everybody actually sleeps there, and your room is only for like your desk and for the daytime, but you have to sleep up there. But we're set up a little bit differently in that we allow you to do what you want in your room.
Any more questions on room before we get to the next question in the chat here? Yeah, it's 6'4". You should be able to fit on the bunk beds. We should be able, like, they're really, really long. I want to say like 7-foot person could probably sleep on them. So you should be good with that.
Yeah.
Then there's other mattresses all over the place that you can, some people buy their own mattress and leave it there. So. So we got the next question here. Are we doing any other events before rush? And I would like to answer that by saying if you are coming up to school early, we would love to be able to give you a house tour, maybe talk to you at the chapter house. We're gonna all be back on the August 7th. So if you're coming up a little early to see what Moscow is like, feel free to stop by the chapter house. It's right by the Vandal store. And we'll give you a house tour. We'll chat for as long as you want about whatever, and then after that it's going to be rush time, so we'll see you then anyways. But Great question though. Any other questions about the fraternity or maybe just Rush? Maybe the process schedule is a little different this year, so you can answer some of those. Yeah, if you would like to contact us, Hunter Rouse he's in this call. He's our recruitment chair. So just text that number that we've been texting through that easy texting, and or give him a call, and Hunter would be glad to chat. So
Hunter, you want to drop your number in the chat?
Yeah, I'll do that right now. That is my phone number. So if you guys just shoot me a text or a call, and I will get to you guys.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions about just like really general stuff, like what to bring or even that kind of shit.
Yeah, we've all been there.
just to kind of proactively answer that, I've been hearing a lot of people confused on what they can bring. So realistically, you can bring your entire room if you want. They'll have storage containers that you can bring up to campus, and then you'll just be packing around like a little day bag with all your stuff when you're at the dorms. So you have a room to sleep in at the tower for the week, and then you'll carry clothes, but you can leave your desk or furniture that you bring or whatever in those storage units. So pretty much anything goes. Just keep it locked up through the week. So any more questions, or do any of our members need tips on things to bring? I'd probably say TV would be nice. A desk if you're like that. Usually you can get whatever furniture on Facebook or Salvation Army. Like you can find stuff. People moving in and out of the house too. Like you'll have stuff in the room that are left there. So
Yeah, there's often a lot of desks left over from either like past people or like people moving out of rooms. I know for my old room, my desk is physically stuck in the room for now,
Yeah,
unless we take the door frame off. Yeah, his new desk,
My new
and
desk.
it's a nice desk, so you shouldn't be complaining. But mostly, there's normally stuff just left over, and I haven't really had to worry about that since I've joined this house.
And we have right about 30 members.
yeah, an average around 30 members. We're looking to get to a 40 man chapter within like this next year. That would be our goal. So we'll do that through Snap recruitment, through Rush. But yeah, about 30.
I can't answer that other question.
Isn't that the first day of Rush? Isn't the 12th the first day? Of
Well,
recruitment?
no, I think work week is through the 12th.
Oh, is it?
I'll double check right now.
I think the dorms
First day of Rush
officially.
is the 13th.
The dorms open a couple days early, you know.
I don't know if that's for Rush people though. So I would say to be safe, give Nick O'Neill a call. You can look him up on the Greek Life page, and be happy to answer any questions. But I would say to be safe, probably bet on the 13th to have a room to sleep in.
Here, I got the number. 1 sec.
Good question though. Let's see. So we got a couple more minutes for questions. if you guys have any more, or we can chat about what you guys like to do. Maybe have a question about what our vibe is. I've heard that one before. When does rush start on the 13th? Mostly I've heard is the 13th will be a whole orientation day. You'll be like walking around with your parents and kind of getting open house tours. So rush really will start on the 14th. But that first day you'll kind of be walked around campus and shown around. So check-in is in the morning around 10, I'm pretty sure, till I want to say 1. You guys should get a schedule of everything too, so you can double check that. But basically that's when most people will be showing up, is around anywhere between 8 and 10 in the morning. And yeah, if you can't get there later in the day until like the 13th, then yeah, you got like all day on the 13th to check in. So
Yeah, check-in is from 9 to 11 a.m. And then the recruitment kickoff's at 12.
okay. What size and how many totes they're wanting to bring for containers?
I think it's just one big tote. That's what it was last year. At least. I don't know if it has changed since then.
Oh, just 3 storage bins.
I have no idea.
There's a lot of room in the tower, so I'd imagine you could just leave it in that room. I wouldn't want to
think
bring a
so.
desk up there, but it's possible. Okay, well, all very good questions. If you have any more questions, Hunter's number is up in the chat, so you can feel free to text him about them. And I think that will conclude our meeting here, unless there's anything else. So I appreciate that you all were able to make it today. We're looking forward to see you guys on the 13th.
Yeah, thank you guys.
See you later.